All right, what's going on, boys? Jason Sins here, back with another video. And today we're going to talk about how AI OFM will keep you broke in 2025 and why AI OFM is not what you actually think it is. So, look, I know what you're thinking quite literally. Oh, AI OFM is booming. Everybody is printing. So many people posting it on YouTube. AI OFM is the future. That's what you believe. And I understand why you believe that, right? There's all this hype. You see this fucking shit over here, you see this shit over here, and you think, wow, that's incredible. And at the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the dark truth behind why you think that and how the Matrix has made you believe that, right? This is the Matrix at play. But before I reveal the dark truth, I'm going to give you some very reasonable examples that will hopefully make you think twice and save your sweet time. Because here's the thing, when you make the wrong decision, this might be the decision that makes you fail at online business all at all. Now, we wouldn't want that, would we? Before we get into all of this, I just want to have a thought-provoking question for a second here. Have you met more people making money with AI models or real models? Be very truthful in the way you answer that question. I've pretty much only met people that make money with real models. I've spoken to some people making a little bit of money with AI OFM, but it is an incredibly small percentage compared to those that are doing it with real models. Now, here's the thing. AI OFM is the fucking GOAT of shiny objects, right? There's nothing more shiny than fucking AI OFM. It just doesn't exist. Now, let me make a very stupid example right here. If OFM was a car and the model was the wheels and you just had to drive that car, AI OFM would be a flying car without wheels. And it would be looking like this. Here's the thing. Everybody wants a flying car. Everybody. I want a flying car. My mom wants a flying car. My dad wants a flying car. Everybody wants a flying car. And I know that you think that, oh, AI OFM solves all the problems of traditional OFM. That's what they want you to believe. And the problems that it supposedly solves, right, is you don't need to sign a model. Your content quality is going to be top notch. You have no headache working with real models. You get to keep 100% of the revenue, and AI OFM will take over real OFM soon. Wow. A flying fucking car, if you ask me, right? But we don't have flying cars, guys. So here's the catch. You need to first build a flying car. You then need to get a pilot license, and then you need to do traditional OFM marketing on top of that. So that is the dumbest example I can create for this scenario. So unless you are anything like this slime ball over here, this is going to be really difficult for you to do. Unless you are this guy, okay, cool, go for it, bro. But if you're not this guy, let's just be real of who you are and what your skill sets are. But if you happen to be this guy, good for you. That's fucking awesome. So let's go back and actually talk about the problems that AI OFM fixes in OFM and analyze what's going on here. So you don't need to sign a model. Yeah, it sounds amazing. I agree. But let me get this straight. So instead of spending 3 to 6 days to sign a real model by copy-pasting a message on Instagram, you choose to buy a retarded course and learn how to generate mediocre AI models. Keyword in here is mediocre as fuck, okay? And by doing this, you are deliberately avoiding to learn basic fucking business and sales skills in order to be the most degenerately educated as possible. Great fucking choice, boys. Let's go. I'm gonna create so many AI models, AI boobs. What a fucking skill set, huh? All right, let's go on to the next problem that AI OFM supposedly fixes. Your content quality will be top-notch. And yes, it can be. It can be top-notch. I'm not denying that. Like, it will be top-notch. But the truth is, it's not going to be unless you are truly a fantastic nerd, like my homie Vitalik up here. Then it's just not going to be the way you expect it to be. So your AI model is probably going to look like this, right? It just looks like a fucking Disney character, looks fake. And so if you haven't noticed at this point already, everyone's AI model really looks like an AI model. You will then live in denial and tell yourself that your AI model looks real enough because every other AI model around you looks like crap, okay? And so you're just sitting there grinding in denial for no fucking reason. You will then continue trying to market your model, ignoring the core issue, making shit results. You will then spend countless hours on generating NSFW content for PPVs like an absolute weirdo, at the cost of that it will never have the same spending potential as a PPV script from a real model. Now, the math isn't mathing to me. I don't know why people are making these decisions. Okay, and so let's go down to number 3, right? What everybody likes to talk about. There's no headache working with real models. And great, you don't have to talk to girls. Oh my God, what a relief. But now, instead of handling only chatting and marketing, you handle chatting, marketing, and content creation, NSFW, and SFW. Bro, what? How did anybody choose this path is my question. So instead of doing about like 60% of the business, you now have to do 100%. 100%. I know that if you're in AI OFM, you probably didn't realize how much content you actually need. And now guess what? You're going to have to sit there and fucking cook content every single day on top of all the responsibilities of chatting and marketing. You just made your business model more difficult. Here's the thing. You also talk about that you get to keep 100% of the revenue. Yes, that's fucking sick. I like that part about it, right? That would be really cool. But you also do all of the work, right? And your startup costs are higher because you have to spend money on a shitload of softwares and tools and credits in order to actually generate content in the first place, which would have been free if you just worked with a real client. And lastly, your odds of making no money are just infinitely higher with AI OFM than it is with traditional OFM. All right, so let me get this straight. You're going to choose to go down the sketchy but shiny path of AI OFM instead of OFM because you don't want to work with a real model, due to the fact that you believe you don't have the bare-bone basic skills of sales and leadership to work with a real person. So instead, you choose to geek out and attempt to learn how to generate AI models, NSFW pics, and videos, which you then ultimately fail at because they will be incredibly mediocre. You will continue grinding in denial because you're surrounded by other crappy AI models, and in the rare event of you actually being a talented nerd and you create a flawless AI model, you will then still need to deal with all of the regular marketing problems of OFM. And lastly, after all of that hard work, your potential earnings are limited because there's a huge portion of subscribers that see through the BS and do not believe in the AI model. Okay, so you are taking God's gifted and Earth's easiest online business model and trying to make it easier, but you end up making it more difficult. It's absolutely mind-boggling. And so here's the thing. OnlyFans management is a proven business model that has been around for years, that everyone can agree on is extremely lucrative. It was and it still is. All the creators on OnlyFans make more than all the salaries in the NBA combined yearly. That's a lot of money. Okay, you know what LeBron James gets paid? It's like incredible amounts of money. OFM is literally known as a get-rich-quick scheme, and then fuckers come around and turn it into a get-broke-quick scheme by turning it into AI OFM. It's incredible. And so here's a very thought-provoking question. Why does OnlyFans exist in the first place? I want you to think about this one. And the answer to this is that fans want something more real than vids on P-Hub. That is the reason that this exists. They want something more real. And here we are with AI OFM struggling to make it real because it's not real, okay? And so what are the most common objections from subscribers? It starts with, are you even real? How do I know that I'm speaking to you? And then, is this AI? If you've been in OFM for 5 minutes, you know that these are the 3 most common objections on the block, okay? And yet you still choose to create an AI model and you just choose to have problems. The thing is, you're literally choosing OFM on a max difficulty. There's a saying you might have heard before. It's called buy cheap, buy twice. And by buying cheap, I mean not investing your time into signing a real client, trying to shortcut it in a different way, and it ends up you're paying for it double on the back end. And so now we have a few more things to walk through in this video. And I told you at the start of this video, I would explain the dark truth behind the hype of AI OFM. Why the Matrix has made you believe that there is hype in the AI OFM space. AI OFM is booming, everybody's printing, so many people posting about it on YouTube. AI OFM is the future. You feel like this because AI OFM is the ultimate guru course offer because it has all the elements of a perfect info product, okay? It's incredibly shiny. It has a fucking AI label to it, which just magically nowadays makes everything more hype, right? Like you can do like AI toilet and people are going to go crazy. You do AI PDF. Everyone's freaking out. Oh my God, AI PDF. And then you realize it's just fucking shit, right? So AI is a huge bubble and this has the AI label on it. And so then another reason why AI OFM is just the perfect info product is because it fixes all the traditional bottlenecks of the previous business model OFM. On the surface level, right? You don't need to sign a model anymore or work with a real person. So you just create it yourself and you get to keep 100% of the money. And hence, That's why you see a lot of people promoting AI OFM and why there's a lot of buzz about it, because it's just the most incredible info product out there. Now, here's the thing in business that you'll probably learn the more times you do business. Solving one problem often unlocks 3 more. And especially when you're on uncharted territory like AI OFM, solving one problem like the model is probably unlocking another 20 problems that you don't have the answers to, that people haven't solved yet. So then it comes back to the saying that you've always heard before a million times: don't reinvent the wheel when it rolls. It's a wheel and it works very well. Why does it need to be anything different? What I'm hoping by the end of this video is that perhaps I've elevated your knowledge just a little bit, raised your awareness at the end of this video so you can make smarter and more informed decisions down the line. Now, when choosing AI OFM, you are quite literally picking to do OFM with more issues and harder to solve problems rather than keeping it simple, right? You have OFM problems plus AI problems. And if you ask me, I would only like to have OFM problems. I would not like to have both. In every business, there will be challenges, but a good entrepreneur knows where and how to spend their time. Because the thing is, time is not infinite, guys. Time is so precious, and waste of time leads to multiple things. It leads to burnout, it leads to failure, it leads to going broke, and it leads a lot of people to switching business models and starting from zero, which ultimately just allows them to really never succeed, and they just keep failing because they never see success with something. That's why it's incredibly important to follow a proven system when you do things, because you don't need to reinvent the wheel when you're a beginner. When you're a beginner, you should do what's already worked. And so AI OFM is not a proven system. It's a new system with very little track record. And by going down this path, you're gambling so hard. But it's not smart gambling. You are not placing your odds in an intelligent way. You are like the dumbest Chinese guy at the casino right here. The guy who's going to lose it all, right? That's the type of bettor. And so here's the thing. OFM is a proven system for years on end. Everybody can agree to that. It's a fact. It's changed the lives of many individuals like myself, and it changed my life because I followed a proven system. That was the only thing I did. I followed a proven system. Now, I have a proven system as of October 2025 that's obviously developed since I got into the space. I'm going to break down what my proven system looks like, the one that I'm currently using, for you to have more insights and more understanding of the simplicity behind OFM and why you don't need to make it AI OFM. So it always starts with assigning a model. In our case, we have 4 proven acquisition systems that we can guarantee results with, right? So first and foremost, we have model directories. Think of it as a phone catalog and then finding the golden nuggets in the phone catalog. Secondly, we're using Insider OF software, which allows us to see new signups on OnlyFans, allowing us to reach out to new creators, those that have not been contacted, those that are ready to do OF, and therefore we have a high success rate in actually targeting good models. Thirdly, we're able to run meta ads, right? A very basic business skill set that I think everybody should be learning nowadays is how to run paid ads. And with paid ads, you can have a very successful campaign and get a lot of leads trickle through with very little budget. Now, this is a skill set that'll actually stay with you for life that you can then reuse in multiple different scenarios and businesses. And then fourthly, we also have Model Marketplace, the easiest one of them all. So once we used one of these 4 acquisition methods to sign a model, okay, now we have to start the marketing. And so we need to do 2 types of marketing. The first type of marketing that we need is short-term marketing with black hat methods. This allows us to generate subs within about 2 days, creating short-term results quick. Now we do this using mass follow on Instagram. And to give you a ballpark on the number, for about 100K follows, we're able to do about 40 paid subs, and that's about 100K follows per day quite easily. And that basically generates us instant subs. Now, this is for the short term. This is to secure the first few days, the first few weeks, and just always have an aggressive offensive marketing method. But then, of course, we also need to start building the organic on the back end. So this is generating us subs within 1 month. So what we would call this mid to long-term marketing, otherwise known as organic. And we're doing this in the form of IG Reels Farm, Twitter, and tube sites. And these 3 marketing methods, right, they will create subs after accounts have caught some traction, but it's okay that this takes time because we have this short-term solution that can bring us subs pretty much instantly. And so then they all pool together right here, and now it's time for the sales to be made with a proven chatting team. So I have my team of chatters that I've worked with for a very long time that I trust a lot. So that's why we're able to make sales quickly, straight off the get-go, because we know what we're doing. Now, If you want to stop guessing and chasing AI OFM, you can have my proven OFM system and my chatting team. We guarantee models, subs, chatting covered by my team from day one at no upfront cost. And if you would like more information on that, you can send me a message on Telegram at OFMJason, or you can book a call with my team on the link in the description. All right, guys, we are here to make OFM great again. #MOGA. Join my free Telegram group chat at OFMGA. Come network and be a good community member. If you do some shit, I'm gonna ban you. So just be chill, bro. And with that being said, that's it for this video, guys. I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love. That's everything that matters in life, boys. Take care. Bye-bye.